Kalvo on a vision. Yabui on the frame. Two minds, one mission. Elevating the game. Yeah, From the lens to the cut, yeah, we callin' the play. Direct in the flow like we moving ballet. Kalvo bring the story, every scene got soul. Yabui painting light, every shot got gold. Behind the glass or behind the mic, we break it all down, every wrong, every right. This the spot where the real ones speak, where film meets truth every day of the week. We the shot, callers no cap, just facts. From the first frame roll to the final act. If you living for the art, then you already know. Tune in with the squad, let the creativity flow. Yeah, yeah, From the lens to the cut, yeah, we callin' the play. Direct in the flow like we moving ballet. Kalvo bring the story, every scene got soul. Yabui painting light, every shot got gold. Behind the glass or behind the mic, we break it all down, every wrong, every right. This the spot where the real ones speak, where film meets truth every day of the week. We the shot, callers no cap, just facts. From the first frame roll to the final act. If you living for the art, then you already know. Tune in with the squad, let the creativity flow. Kalvo on a vision. Yabui on the frame. Two minds, one mission. Elevating the game. From the lens to the cut, yeah, we callin' the play. Direct in the flow like we moving ballet. Kalvo bring the story, every scene got soul. Yabui painting light, every shot got gold. Behind the glass or behind the mic, we break it all down, every wrong, every right. This the spot where the real ones speak, where film meets truth every day of the week. We the shot, callers no cap, just facts. From the first frame roll to the final act. If you living for the art, then you already know. Tune in with the squad, let the creativity flow.
Some games.
Hello. We are back again. Thank you for tuning in with us tonight for tonight's episode of the Shot Callers Podcast. Yes, I'm your boy Kalvo, and I'm here with my guy.
Yo, what's up? This Yabui in the house.
We are excited to be back again, yet again. We are continually just checking and just doing these episodes. And we look forward to having you all tune in and join us each night, each Thursday night. And so, yeah, we are back. Yabui, how you been? How's it? We always got to start up and check in with each other. How's everything going?
Always the regular schmegler, getting the editing done, all those type of things, bro. Family life, school's coming up soon.
Oh
I
yeah.
just took my son to orientation for college at
Ah,
PSC, so he's getting hooked up with that, doing some accounting. That's what his major is gonna be. So I'm really proud of him. So yeah, definitely.
that's exciting. That's some big like. I'll move the mic a little bit to the side. That's some big major like life moves going on, for you and your family. That's amazing, man.
Oh yeah, yeah. So he's doing his thing, man. He's been working all summer, working really hard, saving up his money. Stop using DoorDash and Uber Eats, so he understands what money is now. So he's really going grocery shopping and making his own food. So yeah, that's what's up.
That makes a big difference. Man, adulting, it's all part of the process and the growth. That's amazing. Yeah, with myself, yeah, life has been good. I will say, like, I'm so thankful. Life is just a dream, a sweet dream.
Oh yes,
Uh,
should make
so
that into a movie, bro.
I'm working on it. So yes, this past week I officially came out with the announcement. I know I've been talking on it here on the podcast for a minute, but I officially dropped the announcement that yeah, we are going to tackle this journey and make sweet dreams this year.
Full
Follow,
feature, baby,
full
full
feature,
feature.
a movie as I call.
That's what I'm saying. A
it's
movie,
it's
bro.
it's so funny. I be making short films, so people always be coming up to me like, "Oh, I seen your little movie, or I seen your short movie. When you gonna make a movie?" And so
No,
now we are
no
finally.
movies ever little, bro.
I know,
Even though it's a short film,
but you know how
it's
people
major.
be, yeah.
They be trying to
Uh,
downplay it.
but now, officially, we made it to where we are getting ready to make a movie, and it has been a long time coming, and so I'm so thankful for that and everything that's coming up, man. It's gonna be big, behind the scenes, I don't. Well, in the public, I've been kind of like I don't want to say on a hiatus because I've been doing a lot in the public, but like behind the scenes, I've been doing a lot of just groundwork for this project going into it. A lot of just late nights, logistically trying to plan things out. Really trying to dot on my I's and cross on my T's before even making the announcement to where once I knew, once you put it out there, you gotta follow through, right? And so
Yeah, exactly, bro.
and you know how I am. I'm just always just real extra with just
You
trying to
just
make
a prep king, bro. That's that pre-production. That's where it's at. That's where you thrive at too, along with everything else that you do, bro. But that pre-production,
I appreciate that, man. Yeah, so I'm just like I'm really in that and that's where for all my people who make films or if you're wanting to make films or get into it, like that's where all the work takes place at is like pre-production because the how everything will go for production and on in really bounces off of like how much time you get into pre-production and like knowing that you have a plan because once you start making things stuff doesn't go on always go as planned so like you got to be prepared to pivot and if it catches you off guard, you got to know how to handle it. So, the more prepared, I always preach being prepared. So, the more prepared you are about it, the better things are. So, yeah, that's where I am now. So, and then with me, like as a filmmaker, I like to have all my stuff together too before I even start reaching out because it's still it's right at the beginning. So I haven't even started bringing on cast or crew yet, but I like to have like my stuff together because when you start reaching out, people have questions like, "How many days are you shooting? What's the budget looking
exactly.
like? Where you
And
shooting it at?
what's your
What's your feel?"
process for your pre-production? Because I know you want your movie to stand out, right? So,
Yeah.
what what do you do in your pre-production process so
So
that when you actually shoot, you can make it stand out?
so far, the things I have done already is really first and foremost, make sure that the script is right, because the script is the blueprint for everything. And so, uh, of course, along the last years or so, like it's been several like rewrites and just really just honing in on the script, making sure that the story is good, that character development is there, that everything that needs to happen with the script is set to where like the story is told and like can be told in the way it needs to. And so I got the script locked down. And then after that, you start breaking down the script and just like seeing, all right, how many characters are there in the script? How many locations are there in the script? Are there any, uh, props that need to be, just like a real, just full breakdown of like everything that is really needed to make the script happen. So once I break down all the characters, like I think with speaking roles, I have like 22 speaking roles. Although,
What?
yeah, some of them like one liners, but the principal cast, which is like the main cast,
I need
is
to get a line in there, bro.
yeah, is it makes up like five people. So the story kind of centers around like one lead with like four supporting. But of course, extra, people who have lines and stuff. And then I have like scenes that require actual like extras, just people background, people in the background. So kind of like take looking that out and breaking that down too. So I know once I do start casting and putting out, notifications for the film that like I know, all right, this is what I need to look for and to take in consideration. Because a lot of people, have reached out and are interested in being in the film, but they just want to be part of the process, right? And I love that because I love and I want people to be part of the process and be involved in it in any way that they can. But a lot of people, when it comes to like being on the acting side of it, they don't necessarily want to like have a line. They just want to be on camera in some capacity. And so that's where like the background opportunities come from. But anyway, going back to the point that's being made right now, it's like I do a full breakdown to see like what all is needed, and then it doing the breakdown really helps because it leads into me breaking down and looking at tentative production days. Because like when I break down the days I'm shooting, I do it based off location, right? So after I know what locations I need, I can kind of shoot for locations, right? The script primarily takes place in one location, and so I group all the scenes that take place in that location and break that down for how many scenes I could, looking at it, I feel comfortable with trying to tackle. And then just break it down based off the locations right there. So that led me to, as I'm now looking to shoot for 11 days, uh, 7 days at the main location and 4 days at like outside locations.
Okay.
So when people, like that's the name, people want to think it's like, all right, how many days are you shooting? And then from there, like when you start uh having the days set, you can think about all right, location and budgeting wise. We're still in the process of finalizing like the overall budget for it, but I know like all right, I need to have enough money to be able to compensate people's time for this amount of days and whatever roles they are,
I
right?
got you. And Calvo and everybody
Oh,
out there, if you want to donate to Sweet
yes,
Dreams, he is taking donations for the production
yes.
of this film.
And you can we have a GoFundMe. I'm gonna see if we can share the link. I'll try to post it in the comments. Uh a GoFundMe where we're raising funds for Sweet Dreams. So yeah, if you all look, we want you to be involved in this project in a physical way, but if you cannot, and if also in addition to being involved physically, financially, we need that. So like yeah, breaking down the budget is really made to like compensate people to make the movie, right? So that and then you got to have money to feed people, and licensings and insurance and all the stuff that goes into making the movie. So the budget's made, and then after that, with the breakdown, now that I know I'm shooting for 11 days, we go to the calendar. Like, all right, what time period from now? I'm giving myself like a 2.5, 3 month of planning to like get to production day. So that puts me at the end of October, November. Uh, and what time gap do I feel like in that range would be a good time to shoot for 11 days? So
I got you.
from there, and then I start reaching out. We start casting. So once I start casting, I could tell people, all right, I'm going into this production where I'm shooting for 11 days during this time gap, and these are the roles I need. And start casting and working out availabilities from there. But then also on the crew side, start reaching out to crews like, hey, I need help, or I need workers, or I need somebody for this certain role for this amount of days for this period. So that locks down casting and crew, and then in the midst of that, start trying to seek out and lock down locations because we got to have somewhere to shoot at. So
Exactly.
uh, I like to bring on crew before I start looking at locations because I think it's very uh, beneficial to once as a filmmaker, director, or producer, once you start looking at locations, consider and take into consideration involving the director of photography and the lighting because like their roles are very essential to the locations because they'll be able to see like, all right, this is we're getting an idea of like this is what the lighting looks like in this location, or this is if there's any obstacles or barriers based off of like size of location, whatever. And also like production design too. Which production design, I'm going into a whole little master class here, sorry y'all. But production design like is the one who, sets and does all the art and the core, right? I like to try to involve them too so they can go ahead and start getting idea of what it looks like or the vision of what I'm wanting as far as like setting up and doing things. And so all of that kind of like comes together and based off of that, we go into everything in a little bit more detail and really try to like iron out all the fires and come up with any contingency plans and basically just a whole lot of just more in-depth planning centered around everything that I previously stated to make sure that like once we get there, even with cast like table reads and rehearsals and uh yeah, all of that. So once we get to set, we can just roll. No pun intended, but roll, cause set in relation to like, a lot of people maybe listening are like theater, right? So when you do a theater production, you have a lot of rehearsals and dress rehearsals and table reads and all that. But like once you make it to the stage, like it's no going back, right? So in this essence, like a stage and set is the same thing. The good thing with being on set is you can, if you mess up, you can do it again. But it's best to not try to do it as many times because time is money when you on set. The day you think you have time, but time, your buoy, time will leave you stranded. And so,
Yeah,
as
especially if you have to rely on the sunlight or anything like that. You don't want to
yeah,
create your own sun. That's tough, on a smaller budget. So yeah, especially when the sun's involved. Yeah,
mhm,
that's
yeah, like sun and just all. It's like a lot of factors that just really just go against the odds of trying to create. And so, the more prepared you can be before getting to that stage, the easier it be to just knock it out. And so, yeah, as for me and this production, that's where we're at. If you are interested in being a part of the production, please follow us on social media under Sweet Dreams on Facebook and Sweet Dreams Film on Instagram. Send us a follow and DM if you know you're interested in being involved. Also, on the lookout, hopefully in the next week or so, not or so, but in the next week, I will be dropping details on casting submissions. And so that's exciting. And yeah, we are this ball is already rolling. And so I'm interested in really interested, excited, nervous, intrigued, just all around. Just so excited for this process. And yeah, y'all tap in. Be sure we'll keep the updates and exclusives here at the Shot Callers podcast as things continue to roll. But yeah, that's what I got going. Which has brought me to thinking, right? So one thing that I've really been doing, even just trying to think about like going into this, with this being my directorial feature debut, right? But I really like putting a lot of pride on that because it's a first, right? But what I've been thinking about, like me personally, over the past week or so, and I do it just in general. It's like what with me trying to make an ultimate film, right? What makes me what makes an ultimate film? Like what movies that stick out to me and why, right? Or not even movies, it might be a TV show or like scenes like why do they like catch my attention and what makes them so special? And so yeah, is there any like movies or do you have moments like that where you like watch something and it just like literally just sticks with you and you just like this is amazing.
I think the thing about a movie that makes me gravitate to it the most is the story, just how intriguing the story is. If there's any cliffhangers, the complexity of the characters, how the characters grow from the beginning to the end, or even not how they grow or how they transform from
Mhm.
the beginning to the end, and how they're put into certain situations and how they react to those situations. So those are always the movies that grab me the most.
Yeah, I love like I think like when you really want to break it down, and if you're in listening to us live, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube or anything, feel free to join the conversation with us live in the comments. And if you also want to actually click in and join the conversation actually live and be on camera with us, you can click the link at the top, which has been pinned to the top of both platforms. But yeah, when I think about movies, that yeah, and things that really stand out to me. I think it's like what you just kind of stated. I think it's like a collective of things that really just like coincide at the same time to just really just make it, you know.
Exactly, exactly. Like Sinners or Pulp Fiction. You know, he always had an interesting story going on, and it was all focused on the dialogue. I really gravitate towards like great dialogue, like Scorsese has
Hmm.
great dialogue. Tarantino, of course, from Sinners. The director's name. I'm so bad.
Nah, Ryan Coogler.
Yeah, Ryan Coogler, or even my man Jordan Peele.
Mm-hmm.
Great, great. And with his movies, it's more about like I guess the shot because sometimes there's a lot of parts of the movie where they don't even say anything, but just the way he films it and encapsulate that scene is what really makes you gravitate towards that movie. You know?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, because I mean, uh, like when I think about Jordan Peele, since we just kind of brought him up real quick, I think about one thing I really love about his movies is like the color grading of it. Like it's
Oh
just colored
yes.
so well. But also like the cinematography of it. Like, all right, so an iconic shot that people think about when they think about Get Out, right? Of course, is like when Daniel Kaluuya's in that chair
Mm-hmm.
and he's like scratching like when
Yeah.
he like goes to the sunken place and he's just falling. That's such a cool shot. And I think when you think about like the daring and the cinematography of just like getting that made, are you gonna try to pull it up?
I'm gonna pull it right now.
Oh yeah. I think like that is something that we think about, just like the cinematography of it, and it puts like an imagery to us that really just makes you just kind of like hang into it, And we're gonna see if we can try to pull that shot up real quick so we can just kind of. Unfortunately, we can't play the scenes due to being demonetized, but we can share. And if you are listening to us on the go through Spotify and Apple Music, be sure to just the scene that we're referencing is from Get Out, uh, which I just stated, when Chris falls into the sunken place. And so yeah, like look at the lighting of his like skin and stuff. Um, and then yeah, if you could skip this one, we're showing like the hands on the chair now. But if you could skip and just show like the teardrop eyes, that's the shot. Like I've seen after that movie came out, I've seen so many people putting like teardrops of like people in distress and a single tear rolling out their eyes. Like that was like a iconic shot, you know?
Very iconic. Just the way he lit
Yeah.
and the way that he lights melanated skin. I mean, you have to have
Perfection.
lighting, just like what's that movie with Insecure?
Oh,
Same,
yeah.
same.
And see, I want to bring that up too, cause like I feel like and I think like even going back and talking about like Get Out right now, right? And the scenes that we're talking about, cinematically, it was good. But I think that also something that really like made those scenes stand out, right? Because I mean, the scene was kind of it was created in Get Out, but it's also kind of mimicked, and even in Jordan Peele's Us with Lupita Nyong'o when she meets her doppelganger, and she like lets out that single tear. You seen Us
Yes.
when she's like, "It was a girl."
Oh yeah.
But anyway, yeah, like pull up Us because that same shot is in there. I'm sure you can find it. But like when they're doing that storytelling, like Lapita makes that same face, right? But I think like, of course, from like a cinematic standpoint, it looks really good. But something else that I think that really like in those moments really make us gravitate to like really those scenes, right? Is the characters like he finds characters and the casting is just done so well to where like the characters are able to like really draw us in emotionally to like what's going on, to like their distress and their fears, right? Um, and so I think like that's something that you really want to like you want it to look good, but if you're telling a story that's like emotionally induced in a scene, like you need to find the perfect talent to be able to convey whatever's trying to or needing to be portrayed, right? um we are slowly so yeah, you just go all the way down. It's like towards the yeah, keep going. All right, hold on, go back up. I think you just like see like right here. See, it's the single tear, and it's during the scene and from Us when Lapita meets her doppelganger. And so like in this, it's still the lighting is perfect. It's low lighting too. The skin looks great, and so from a cinematic standpoint, it looks amazing, right? And then uh but like the actor, you can just really we don't hear anything, we don't see anything, but like the actor is really doing a great job. Actress is doing a great job of like bringing that emotion to the forefront, right? And I think like when we think about stuff like that, you want to like have stuff or like have points that really just highlight, good character, good rhythm, and good emotional clarity, right? Um, and some notes I did was just like, strong character arcs, like we talked about. Uh, when, I guess we're just referencing like Jordan Peele, but like in Get Out, we meet Chris. He's a happy photographer. And he's going to like meet his in laws to be, and but we see that journey of how things unfortunately take a turning point, and we're able to like connect with this character and go on the journey with them, right? And I think like that's what people really like enjoyed about Get Out. Like, and I think movies that really people kind of like really enjoy is like where you have a character that you might not necessarily relate to, but you can easily be invested in and that you want to like go on whatever journey it is with them, right? And so for me, like I only talk for personal. It's like I like to craft characters where like that I would be interested in like following and seeing how things go with them. Cause I'm like, if I'm interested, like somebody else got to be interested, right? Um, and like to where something happens emotionally, whether it's like a good emotion or a bad emotion, but like where it can captivate the audience. And so, yeah, that's what I think about it. Let's hear from you, Yabui.
I'm just trying to get this stuff together here. But yeah, I mean, just exactly what you said, bro. Just this way he shot it, the cinematography, and then him using like if you seen these shots here that we saw back a couple right here. The way he just complements the colors to tell a story. So he has the tungsten lighting up the character, and then
Mhm.
and then he has the moonlight or just the blue in the back. So he has all, as you can see on the color, I guess on the color palette on the bottom here, you can see all the complementary colors that he's using with the brown and then the tungsten lighting, that complements that blue that's on there. So yeah, just telling the story and trying to make it stand out and being very deliberate of how you light it, and that complements also the acting, the great acting that's here with that one teardrop. Just makes everything all the better. It makes it stand out.
Yeah. So you know what? We can show some scenes. I got some work I can use as examples, right?
Okay.
Um. So when I think about like emotion and telling the scene, right? One movie that or one film that I did, that it may be controversial depending on how you look at it. It was a great piece of work and one of my favorite things to make. This film called Channel 43. Uh, and hold on, I'm gonna see if I can pull it up.
It's on YouTube.
Yeah, well, it's on Vimeo. I'm going to see if I could
You can send me a link.
yeah, I'll send you a link for it. But in the scene, just kind of painting the scene for you, right? It is a synopsis. It is a film about a couple who is getting ready to have someone over for a family dinner to pitch them a TV show, and a news break happens, and something strange occurs, and instead of seeing incidents unfold in the news story, they find themselves trapped within it. And it really is a film that the actors who were involved were able to pull something emotionally forward. And I think like for the people who have seen the film, um, they were able to, in the sense of what I'm saying, like you meet these characters, there everything's going great with them, and you follow them until things don't, but you're like invested in it. And so I just all right, so in our shared notes, I just posted the link at the top. It may be coming through in a minute. But yeah, and so this what we're gonna get ready to show you is just a piece of like a film that I did, kind of giving like the same example. Can I get can I use the little mouse right here? Uh-oh.
Yeah, I'll give you
The thinking pad, yeah.
it's right
It's
here.
right here, yeah. All right, so oh yeah, you can share the screen.
All right, one moment. There we go.
All right, so this is my film, Channel 43, right? So uh I think a score is really good too, right? So, I really am big on building scores. So Q, who we had on here before,
How's everything going, babe?
he did the score for the film. So basically, like we meet the cast and the characters at the beginning. They're getting ready for a family dinner, and everything's beautiful.
Actually, a comedy.
So, whatever. He's coming here to see you. Okay? You got this.
You know how it is when you invite someone over to your house for the first time. You're a little nervous, and so that's what's going on. So they're preparing.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, babe. I love you.
I love you too. And you owe me big time for this one.
Today, in Broadsaw County, an incident occurred.
Warning: it does get a little intense coming up soon. So y'all bear with me. And also, if you are listening to us on the go through Apple Podcasts or Spotify, and you would like to check out the film, you can go to Vimeo and type in the film Channel 43 by Calvo Griffin.
Where a black woman was apprehended by police for failing to comply with the orders of local police officials. Unfortunately, the incident escalated and the woman died on the scene. We have obtained video from the incident in which we will play for you now. We have to warn you, what you are about to see is very disturbing. We're sorry for the interruption. Due to technical difficulties, our newscast in progress will continue on our sister station, Channel 43, our newest addition to the WKBP local channels. We apologize for the interruption. Picking up where we last left off, today in Broadsaw County, an incident occurred where a black woman was apprehended by police for failing to comply with the orders of local police officials. Unfortunately, the incident escalated, and the woman died at the scene. We have obtained video from the incident, which we will show for you now. We have to warn you, what you are about to see is very disturbing.
All right, so basically, she watching the newscast. She finds herself like she thinks she's seeing the victim is somebody else, right? So skip forward, right? Things get a little intense. Uh, and her husband comes in and he looks at the screen and he is also encapsulated in this.
Live with a breaking report, video of an unarmed black man being beaten by police officials.
But anyway, the cinematography, like you get these actors, you find them, they are innocent people and they're just in a great, terrible situation. And in the same sense of like what I took from like Peel in these moments when crafting my own thing was like really like introducing you to like these characters where you meet them, you're interested in trying to figure out how this dinner is going to go. And as they haven't even made it to the dinner yet in preparation, they just start watching the news and they find this thing going on. So like, okay, like what's going on,
Failing
right?
to comply to my demands.
And
So I
now
need you to get out of the vehicle.
he is in this situation as well, but you get like a lot of like
Sir, if you don't open the car door, I'm gonna open it for
feeling from like the eyes and just from the performance.
What the you doing? Hey, man. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, man? Man, stop. Yo, I ain't doing, man. Stop, man. Help. Help. Help me. Help. Get up. Help me. Help. Help.
I know y'all saw that single tear. I was trying to recreate that as well in the moment. But like in the moment, you know, you've been watching it, so it's like we feel like we're there with them, right? All right, so they're preparing for this family dinner. They just had this traumatic experience, right? And so how do they come out of this experience until like the dinner, you know?
What was that?
I don't know. But it felt so real. It was so real. I can't. I don't understand. I was right here. I was right here.
Hey. I need you to meet me in the bedroom. Fuck. What the fuck?
And the score is just good music, just really encapsulate a scene, you know?
Yes, it does. I like the way you framed the shot too, and you had the door open too, and you had them in the rule of thirds. Now you bringing attention to them by putting them in the middle.
Thanks, bro. So I tried to do this long scene where it's just like
Hey,
like a long like one take, but just
beginning to think I'd
station.
arrived somewhere I wasn't welcome.
Never that, sir. Never that.
And it's not Malik, it's Malik, but people call me that all the time. Please protect me. If you don't mind, I'm just gonna go grab my wife, and I'll only be a few minutes. And
This is a very nice home you have here.
yeah,
I'm
no,
looking forward to dinner.
yeah, me too. It's gonna be delicious. I'm just gonna grab her. I'll only be a few minutes, and just make yourself home. All right. Okay. All right, man. Have a seat.
All right, so we cut it right there. But yeah, that's
Bravo,
just
that's dope, bro.
I appreciate that, man.
And the fact that it was all on a oneer, and to just get all that choreography going, or the blocking
Yeah.
for everybody coming in, and then moving the camera just a little bit, and where you framed everything. Then I see the light that you put down there on the bottom left.
Oh yeah,
Trying
kind
to
of like
highlight
yeah.
them.
Uh
Yeah.
huh.
Mm-hmm. Love it, bro. Love
Appreciate
it.
that. Hey, nan light, bro.
Oh yeah, now
That's exactly what it was right there on the little on the TV. Cause hold on, I'm pulling
Here,
back
let
up.
me pull it back up. Hold on.
So like so yeah, I have like a light right here to kind of just give a little feel. And then also coming back when they were watching the TV, it was of course not a TV. A light wasn't being lit, but it was literally like coming from
The nan light.
mm-hmm. And that's we just had it on like the rotating the light to kind of just give that
rotation.
look.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. If y'all want to figure out what happens next, y'all can always go back and look it up. But that's just like what you want to do. I think when crafting a good scene and the scene that really like uh encapsulating what I look at when I think about things that really stood out to me was yeah, the acting, the emotional that was brought to from the characters, the score, the framing, the cinematography. And I think like once you see stuff like that, it it just kind of stands out.
Yes, it does. That was nice. I watched that a few times already, and every time I watch it, it's always powerful, bro. So
Thanks, brother. Thank you. And then on the flip side though, I got some more stuff I could share real quick, if that's cool.
yeah, of course, bro.
All right,
Of course.
so I'm gonna go to YouTube now.
Oh, go to the left.
Oh, all right, I'm here. Thank-
Yeah, right there. Okay.
Oh,
Let me pause.
yeah.
There. Okay. Thank you.
All right, so then go to.
1 second.
Oh, you cool.
You trying to get YouTube? You said.
Mm-hmm. Man, that score is so good.
Yeah, the scoring is what set it off, man.
All right,
put
so
you
then type
there.
in "Love Me." I'm gonna show y'all like so that was from like a suspense thing. But I'm gonna show you from 6 feet, like the number 6, and then FT, like feet FT,
Oh, there.
and then away. Yep. So you just click that one. Click this one right here. Yeah. So this is an example from another short film I did called "Love Me 6 Feet Away." I did actually make this one post pandemic, kind of still in the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And it's based off a couple who finds themselves being apart during the pandemic, but trying to fight to be with each other, right? So one scene that I get, that's probably like my favorite scene from this. It's like a dream sequence scene. And so I'm gonna just kind of like let it play, then I'll talk about it, right? Right. And we thank y'all for tuning in with us tonight. And yeah, like I said, if y'all are in the comments or listening or watching, And y'all have any scenes that stand out to y'all, or any movie scenes that stand out to y'all, or any just factors that really make you enjoy seeing, be sure to check that out as well.
Well, I feel about vaccines like I feel about tests. This is going to go away without a vaccine. It's going to go away, and we're not going to see it again. Hopefully, after a period of time, you may have some flare-ups, and I guess I would expect that sometime in the fall you'll have flare-ups.
Yo, they decided to take me out on the date. You already know I had to shoot late. You know what I'm saying? It took him long enough. It took him long enough. It took him long enough.
Hey, look at it. Hey, look at it.
Yeah, look at him.
Girl. You know how you made me feel. You know what I'm saying? You know how you make me feel.
What is wrong with him? Y'all see what I gotta do?
Come here, girl. Handle this. Handle my noodle.
No.
Handle this.
No.
Handle this. Come here real quick. Come here. Look at my noodle.
No. No. Oh my God. Look at him, y'all. He is a mess.
Hey, you know what it is. You know what it is. It's all because of her, though.
Is that so? Because he gives me a headache. He gives me a headache. You just don't know what I go through. You just don't know what I go through.
And if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Music, this is a scene from Love Me 6 Feet Away, which you can be found on YouTube. And Yabui, this was actually shot anamorphic.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What squeeze? Was that 1.5?
I don't know. I wasn't a DP.
Oh. Where'd you get the music from?
Yeah. No,
Yeah?
no, This was from no, not like Cue the person, but I got it from like a music cue type of free, yeah. And so yeah, it just kind of takes you out that dream sequence. So that's like one scene that sticks out to a lot of people when they see this film. But in the same sense, like it's no dialogue in it, but you have like, well, outside of the lead in, but you have characters who are just in the scene, like the feeling is good, the cinematography is right, the lighting, the music, the score, it really just, even though for even that few seconds, you're just like, you're in that scene with them until you come out the dream sequence with her. But I think like when you try to craft scenes or just even moments in films, these are some like things to take in consideration when, uh, making moments that'll last you.
Exactly.
All right. I'm not gonna, I'm done. I'm done with this one.
Okay.
People be looking at the screen like, what's next? And so, yeah, I think like for me, those are like some things like when I'm trying to make films or even when I'm watching films that I really like, and I really just like, I really love a good musical score, and I love like when actors are just like involved in it to really like give it more of a natural tone where it seems like realistic, like I hate seeing stuff that just feels forced. uh and we've all seen, stuff like that where like some of the acting just doesn't like align with the character or the movement and stuff. And so like I like, I feel like as a me as an audience member and also as a filmmaker, like when I'm watching stuff, like I like to feel like in a sense where I might know the character or I
Mhm.
can like, just different stuff to invest you in it. So yeah, how you feel about it?
I love that, bro. Just everything's just organic when you're creating. Everything's organic, not with the natural lighting and the way it's shot. I just love the way you get your actors just to be real, you know. And like you said, it's not forced at all.
Yeah, and I think like when I yeah, when I just watch movies, that's what I like. Like I'm just trying to think of like outside of Jordan Peele, another movie that's just like I don't know if you've ever seen this movie. It's called The Photograph. I know you're like a rom com lover.
Mm-hmm.
It's like probably one of it's up there in my top five. It came out hmm, probably about like 5, 6, 7 years ago. And it stars Issa Rae and Lakeith Stanfield.
I need to see that, bro.
Yeah,
Those I love those two people.
it's called The Photograph. It's such a good movie. I really like it. It's but the way it plays out, like I just like the lighting. When we talk about good lighting,
Yeah.
it's just that movie. I don't know if you could pull up
Which
pull it.
which Issa Rae did we get? Did we get Insecure Issa Rae, or is it a different
It's it,
character?
it's a Issa Rae gonna be Issa Rae in everything she is, but
Mm-hmm.
it's not like Insecure Issa Rae. She is a photo like she's a art curator.
Okay, so
And,
more professional,
yeah.
but she still keep that awkwardness about her, or
Yeah,
is it just
yeah, she has like a little awkwardness about her. And then Lakeith Stanfield, don't you? You know who that
yeah,
is? He
yes.
has like a little like awkwardness about him too, but they just mesh. Some people I have a friend, she didn't like she like they were just too awkward with each other. But I'm like, that's just like matches their characters and for me
No, I love him in Atlanta. Of course, Get Out. Yeah, he does well in everything that he does. So
yeah, and that movie for me, like lighting wise, it's lit well. The score is by Robert Glasper, this musician. He does a well job, and just how the film plays out. I don't get no spoilers alert, but spoilers out. But like it just play out like in a realistic tone the way it ends. It's a great ending, but it plays out really well. Yeah, if you want to go, so you got shot deck up. See if it's in there. We can just look at some of the lighting. Uh, and shout out to Falon Fallon. I'm sorry if I be mispronouncing your name. And so the woman behind the mastermind behind Soulful Movement, she commented cool in the comment section. Thanks for tuning in and tapping in with us. Uh,
thank you, Fallon, for that
oh,
choreography
the
for the
music
music video.
video. It
Yup.
uh,
Shout out to you, Fallon.
uh while we looking this up, plug that in, Yabui. Tell people where they can watch that.
You can watch that on YouTube and Facebook. Let It Shine, written by me, performed by Chosen Verse, choreography by Fallon, and Soulful Movement. Look at this,
It's it's such a powerful video, y'all.
the photograph.
Yeah, the photograph. Yes. So good.
You got to think. I'm gonna just you go ahead and take control, bro.
All right.
One second.
All right.
Sorry. There you go.
Yeah, this like the lighting in this is just shot so well. Like look at this lighting. It's low light lighting, but during the daytime, but it's just nice. I love this like color palette. You get like a lot of like when we started out, if you haven't looked at our podcast about coloring and film, just the different hues of it. See, look, she's but look at how well lit this is outside. It just looks so like this film just looks so good. And it's such a good film. Like even like the softness of the skin tones. You got the
So this was during the time, this was before Insecure.
no, it was after Insecure.
Oh, right after. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you have Daniel Elon Noel from Insecure. He's in this film as well. You see him? You remember Daniel?
Oh, the producer.
Yeah. Yeah. So it kind of like jumps back between two different timelines from like I don't know. I guess you could say like the 70s, 80s, and then like the current timeline. And so
They must have used the same cinematographer because it kind of looks similar to Insecure the way they lit everything.
I don't think Ava.
No,
No, it's a different cinematographer. We're gonna look it up. They show the details at the top, but I don't think Ava shot this. But like just the lighting of like the skin, just looks so well lit. I'm just like from her, from him.
and the fact the way they lit it, it doesn't look like it was lit.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? It looked like everything was naturally lit, not like, oh, you could tell they put a light right there. They just let everything be lit naturally. Like in that bottom right there, just the way that sun comes in and just kisses them, it doesn't look inorganic. Just looks everything looks natural.
I mean, yeah, even like her
Oh,
laying.
Cat Williams is in this.
No, Cat Williams says, "Oh no, that's
Oh, okay,
Lakeith
okay.
still."
My
He
bad,
just,
my bad,
I mean, I
my
can see
bad.
it a little bit. Yeah, he just got a hat on. But yeah, like I love the lighting for this film. This is kind of like a similar type lighting I'm trying to go for Sweet Dreams. And so I've been kind of like looking back at it. And so, when I was talking about earlier, right? Production design, when I was talking about location scouting, I've been also like tapping into that too. And we'll talk more about that in the future episode. But I feel like production design really helps enhance the scene. Cause like, oh, you taking the
Go
mouse?
ahead, go
Oh,
ahead, go
yeah.
ahead, bro.
Cause like, look at this, right? She's visiting, but like all of all this added extra stuff in the background from the picture frames to
Yeah, all that makes a huge
like
difference. It tells the story without you saying anything.
yeah, and I feel like when you watch films, like you'll start paying attention when you look at the people's background. It just be like you don't see much of bare anything. You don't really see any bare walls. No, like
Yeah, everything's lived in.
yeah,
You know,
and
it's
I,
not just rent an Airbnb and just let it be.
yeah,
Like,
like you want it to like really just seem like yeah a very natural tone and stuff. And so yeah, these are just more
I
little
need to watch this.
bro. Such an
I
amazing
guess I'll have
film.
to rent or something on Amazon or something.
I think it might be free on Amazon. I bought it. I don't know. Cause I just really like the film, but like just man, the lighting is, and it's not no harsh lighting. It's just real, just soft, and just like it just gives good glow on. So, yeah,
Looks like a love story, huh?
it is a love story. Let's see. The
Oh,
cinematographer is this guy named Mark Schwartzman. Let's see what his other work look like. Yeah. What we're using is Shot Deck too. So we're just looking at different stills from Shot Deck, and that's what one thing I like about Shot Deck too, your boy, is how we were just looking at the photograph and we noticed that how good this lighting is.
hmm.
You can click at the top. It show like the breakdown of the directors and the actors and the cinematographer. So
Then it
you can
shows all
actually.
their work. I
So
love
yeah,
it.
this is like all his work and stills from all his different things, and it just like this is some incredible stuff. Like I love these like shots, and uh he has a good way of lighting people, and the framing is good too. I'm not sure
And
what
his
the
colors are deliberate. Like when he uses red, like in
yeah
these different ones, it's because he wants it there, not just because of, or that that little
yeah.
kid, or this one right here with the
I'm gonna
whatever
click
that
it.
is hanging over them.
It looks like a towel or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I can.
just to
Yeah.
break up or just to add to the emotion of that of
Yeah.
that
Yeah. Like
scene.
juxtapose the
And this
contract.
voyeur look looks like Monsters Ball.
That oh, this is from the photograph too. I forgot about this little scene. Yeah.
So you can just tell how his style. You never have to light someone all the way. You just need to light them enough.
True. Because there is such thing as overlighting.
What was that?
What about
What's his name?
reservation dogs? Uh,
What's his name? Oh my gosh. I watched his
Bobby
podcast
Lee.
on Bobby Lee,
Uh
yes.
huh. Yeah, there you go.
So
Right
funny.
there. But like, look at like, man, I could just talk about this all day. But
Yeah, see red, boom. That's it.
And so, this is the second still that we saw with the little girl in red, right? So it may be, a lot of times in films where they attach color to a character. And so I have to go back now that you brought that to my attention. I'm gonna have to go back and watch that to see like maybe it's something dealing with the color red. We broke down what colors mean
Mm-hmm.
in the previous episode. Y'all go back and listen to that. But maybe that color has something to resonate with this character,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why every time we see her in this shade.
Get the old school camera on the left there.
Yeah. Shout out. Oh, also, y'all, me and your boy bought old school cameras. We out here shooting film now. Uh,
I
we'll
need to
keep.
get. I need to use my. I only use like 12 frames for mine. I need to finish it out and get them processed.
But yeah, so that's another film of mine that I would recommend. But it hits all the spots for me. When I talk the score, that is one of my top, like that score for the photograph.
Oh,
One of
really?
my top three scores. Yeah,
Wow. I need to watch that. So you give that a 9 point something?
I give it a 10.
Oh wow. Okay, I really need to watch it
I
now.
give it a 9.5 because I don't give tens rarely. But it just like for me, it's when I just want like I watch it all the time. We all have that like one film that we just like. It's a good feel good film that you just watch. Uh,
Forrest Gump.
Forrest Gump is yours.
I mean, there's a lot of movies where I just, no matter what part of the movie it is, I'll just watch it.
You got Peacock. It's on Peacock. Not Forrest Gump, but the photograph.
Trying to see where else it's on. Oh, it's on free on Peacock. No, I don't have Peacock right now. I got it for like a year when I was watching Prince of Bel Air
Oh yeah,
or what
Bel Air.
Bel Air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I got some talking points here I want to share while we
Go ahead, bro.
it's just some little notes I put, right? So great cinematography grabs attention, but it's the emotion, the timing, and storytelling behind it that holds us, right? And that's why I was saying, like, the cinematography will pull you in, but it's really like the emotion, the timing, and the storytelling. Like you said, the dialogue is really all of that really like pulls you in. Cause we've seen some stuff that hasn't been shot the best, right?
Mhm.
But the story was there and everything else was there that like you don't even care how it was shot. You're just invested, right? So I think that really goes a beautiful shot with no emotional weight feels hollow. That was like a little key point I put. Like, you can have something that's beautiful. And I've seen, we've seen stuff like that where it's like an amazingly shot film, but it has no like depth to it. So it's just like womp womp. Uh some tips are to don't shoot just for the vibe because like I feel like some people as filmmakers, right, really, or filmmakers, content creators, whatever you want to go on there, because it all aligns, right? Like some people get caught up in the groove of they want to shoot something for it to look good, but they don't attach anything else to it, right? So I always say, don't shoot just for the vibe. Don't shoot just for the vibe. Shoot to reinforce the emotional truth of the story. Like you got to keep the story at the priority. Like the story, the concept, whatever. Like my dad, rest in peace. One of his most profound quotes is to keep the main thing, right?
Exactly.
And so once you get into like the creative stuff, you can get easily caught up in like I want to make this the coolest shot or whatever. But if the heart of it isn't there, you just what are you doing?
Exactly. I always say less is best, bro. Just keep it minimal. I mean, make sure your scene, make sure the scene design is great, but just everything else should be just minimal. Should be enough. You know.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't want to bring it back to media boy, but I'm glad you said that. cause that was my like referencing the scene I showed earlier. That was like how I approached uh the scene from Channel 43. I was like with the Warner, I was like, I don't want to, cause I at first like when we first were gonna do it, I was gonna like do all these like intercut like jumps of just like
Yeah.
showing him and the guy walking in. I was like, no, let's just like set up a camera and just shoot it all at like where we ain't doing no crazy cuts. It's just like the one. It just kind of just flows in, and I think like that was really a good example of where less ended up being more because we didn't leave the people in the scene. We just kind of like followed them through, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
exactly. You just let the tension build, but then you let everything breathe a little bit. You make people think like, oh, what's going on? Instead of like cutting, then you'll be just moving all over the place. Yeah, but you don't want to cut just to cut. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like you said, you don't want to just because you could have cut it to them opening the door. You could have got his hand open the door, but that doesn't push the story forward. You want to cut to push story forward. But so your decision to just leave it as a oneer and just let everybody breathe and feel the intensity of what just happened really made that scene like go.
Thank you. Yeah, because like yeah, with the like I don't want to say the original shot list, and we actually did shoot those scenes just in case. But I was just like, nah, like let's just like sometimes it feels good to just be, if that makes sense, you
No,
know.
no, I totally understand.
And then some other little points I had real quick was like,
But when dealing with clients, you have yours and then they have theirs. You always have to go with what the client wants.
that's true. It's
Even if
different if you do it, yeah.
yeah, if you're doing your own thing, yes, yes, I love it. But sometimes with those clients, oh, add this, add this. I'm like, all right. But then most time they end up going back to what you had before,
Hmm.
because
And I always
it's
like,
just too busy.
you know, working with clients, and as we often do, I do at the end of the day, is their project or piece of work, but I do always try to offer suggestions. And sometimes I think like and I know like you'll probably agree with me, Yabui. Uh, so we working with a client, right? And we say, you don't have to do that. Less is more, right? I feel like sometimes, like some clients would be like, oh, like they might take me doing less is more, or like you offering to do less is more as a way of be like laziness. Like they just don't want to do it. But no, like seriously, like less is more sometimes. Like you don't need to do all of this stuff to like show or whatever you're trying to do. Sometimes less is more. That's just what it is.
Exactly. Especially if I don't know. Sometimes I'll do a music video and then they'll want to throw like big parties and everything and spend all this money. I'm like, bro, we don't have to do that. You can just have enough people to for that scene because when I guess when clients look at a scene, they look at like everything. They don't know what's going on in just that little 16 by 9 frame, you know what I'm saying? So that's why when I shoot now or when I shoot like films and everything, I try to give the producer or the
A
director
monitor.
yeah, a monitor so they can see what's going on. I get my wireless monitor too so they're not all on my back. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
so
We ain't trying to be lazy, y'all. We just trying to help you.
yeah, we try and do the best job, bro. Cause it's our work, bro.
Yeah. But also, talking points when the story has a clear heartbeat, the cinematography can wrap around the pulse. That was just such a good statement. But tips: make every visual choice support the character's internal journey, right? So I think like based off the examples we've shown and like moving forward, like you want everything to be not everything, but you want to make a lot of things intentional to where like no matter what extra stuff you do, like that it really supports the character's journey and what they're doing, right? So like example shown, like the score moved moved the scene because it was like it flows well with like what the characters was doing or like the dialogue or whatever, you know. Yeah. And when we talk about music, right? Music doesn't always have to be in the same genre as the scene.
Not at all.
Cause I've seen some good stuff that like the music just does not match what is going on, but sometimes like it just meshes
I mean,
with
it makes all the difference,
it
man.
does.
Especially when you have like some violent scene and then you have maybe some opera
Bro,
music going
yeah.
on. You know, it could really add to what you're trying to tell there. So yeah, you don't always have to just and you don't have to keep putting the same old music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Don't be like, and I love that sometimes because it's like, don't be afraid to cross boundaries and break
oh
rules and
yes,
do stuff
please
out the
break the
norm.
rules and do something
Yeah.
different. You know?
Because I mean, it's easy to like want to do something of the norm, but I think sometimes when you step out of bounds and do something that is weird, right? It just stands out. That saying that made me think about this interview I recently just saw that Tyler the Creator did. You know, artist, rap artist Tyler the Creator. He just did this. I don't know if it was an interview or whatever. But he was saying like as artists or like creatives, like don't be afraid to be delusional, right? Cause like delusional is the new norm. Like people think it's crazy, whatever your idea may be, until you like uh execute it, and then people gravitate towards it. So
Exactly. Like Kanye, man, that's why he's a genius, bro. Everybody thinks he's delusional, but he
no,
wants what he wants, and it comes out dope.
that's true. You know, as crazy as Kanye is, that man he takes bold risk, and yeah, it works out. You know,
Exactly.
um, and yeah, I think you know overall, like along with that, I think things that really add to really making the scene stand out is like the pacing. But overall, at the heart of it, I always just want to encourage people to just like it's funny how the conversation now goes back full circle to like me talking about pre-production, right? At the heart of it, you want to make sure that the script is right because or whatever your script, your storyboard, whatever your plan is, that you have that right. So like when your actors get that, they can like gravitate towards that to bring it to life, and then from there you can build your scene emotionally and also add in all the extras to really enhance it to make it the overall scene, right? Because I feel like we see movies and movies are shot well, but it's rare where you see or get a movie where every exact scene is like something that's just amazing, right? So you want to make a overall great film, but I think in within that film or within that project concept, music video, whatever it is, you want to at least try to aim to get at least one standout shot or standout film or something that like people can like hold on to that was just like um wow, that is just like yeah, whatever it is, whether it's good or bad, whatever, just something just that is that little breadcrumb that people can just kind of like take with them.
Exactly.
And think about that and think about you and the work that you do, you boo. Uh I feel like you and Boneface do that really good with his like projects and the stuff that he does too. Cause I feel like y'all craft really I mean other people too, but like, he's very just intentional with some of the imagery that he puts into his stuff. And I think like that is a good sense of like you want something for people to kind of like hold on to as well.
Yeah, exactly. I think yeah, he's ahead of his time in creating like music videos and creating that imagery to match what he's trying to do instead of just a normal rapper in front of a car, have lots of money, have some girls. He always wants to tell a story, and we work well together in telling that story. You know.
Mm-hmm. And so yeah, with that being said, I think we're gonna start wrapping it up. You got any things you want to share, or any final thoughts?
My final thought for today is
Uh-oh.
be the lens that dares to tilt while others stay locked on a safe frame. True brilliance lives in the shot that no one else dared to compose. In a world full of extras, don't be afraid to direct your own scene.
Ooh, say that one more time. That last line.
In a world full of extras, follow me.
Yeah.
In a world full of extras, don't be afraid to direct your own scene. Appreciate it.
That was powerful. All right. My final thought. Let me pull it up. What makes a film stand out isn't just how it looks, it's how it lingers. It's the way a single shot, a color, or a line of dialogue can live in your mind long after the credits roll. The truth is, people don't remember perfection, they remember how your story made them feel. When you create with intention, with honesty, and with something real to say, that's when your work rises above the noise. So don't chase trends, don't overthink the gear, just lead with vision, with purpose, and let your voice do the work. Because the film that stands out are the ones that come from the heart.
Yo.
Man, that hit home a little bit. That was nice. Thank y'all. Uh,
Get on it, bro.
that's from me to y'all. And so we again thank you for tuning in with us at this week's episode of the Shot Callers podcast. We look forward to doing it again next week. We thank you for just supporting us on our personal endeavors as well outside of the podcast. We can't do what we do without you, and so we hope that uh, each week when you tune in that you're able to take something from it. As we preach to y'all, we preach to ourselves, and yeah, we look forward to doing it again. And also, feel free if you want to go back and listen to any of our previous episodes. They are all streaming on YouTube, and you can also listen to them on the go on Spotify and Apple Podcasts under the Shot Callers podcast. And so, with that being said, we're gonna close out. I'm your boy Calvo,
Yo, this is Sean Yabui.
and this is the Shot Callers podcast.
Bang, bang.
Yeah.